Hello and welcome back to the Sketchpad Pod. I'm Alicia and today I'm gonna be doing something a bit different, something I haven't done before. I was thinking that it might be interesting to take you through the process of how I make one of my paintings. So I did a paint with me video before and you guys seem to really like that, and so I thought I would take you right from the beginning of my day, which is actually 10 to 12. I slept in a bit, did some yoga, had some breakfast, and it has been difficult to be making work because I am back home for this lockdown, and I've turned my brother's bedroom into a sort of makeshift studio, but I didn't have any canvases or materials to work from. But I just ordered some canvas boards, which I don't normally work off. So they're not that big, but I've got 4 of them. The first step is finding inspiration. My work is often inspired by photographs of my childhood. I particularly like busy photos with different objects or people, or sometimes like different textures, anything that's kind of set within a domestic space or within a strong childhood memory. So one of the good things about being home is that I have access to loads of photos. So we're going to do that first. We're going to have a little bit of a rummage, and once I've found some inspiration, we'll get to painting. So I picked out a whole bunch of photos, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how many I've managed to get. I particularly love this one. I love this kind of like distortion on old photographs, but I might keep this for a special painting. It's just me and my mum, and I think it's so lovely, like the warm tones and everything. So yeah, definitely going to use that. The ones where there's sort of lots of bright colours are really nice. Birthday parties are really good as well. Yeah, a bunch of good stuff. What I would normally do is I would use a photo from my phone. Obviously if I have it in person, that's great. What I'm going to do though is I'm probably going to photograph all of these so that I have a record of them on my phone in case I'm at uni and I want to use them. I mean, look how sweet. And then I will pick what one I want to work on today. Cool, so now that I have my chosen photograph of me and my lovely grandma, what I would do next is do a quick sketch just so that I can get a rough idea of the composition, because I have to change it from this rectangular format to a square format. this is what I'm going to be working on today. It's just a primed canvas board, and as you'll see later, I've also got some lens tissue which I've just taped up at the back, and this will be important later on. But to start with, I am just going to take my photo, and I've also got my drawing here as reference, and I'm going to draw a quick outline of my painting. How well you can see the drawing. I think it's going to be okay. It's a little bit messy, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take like a base colour. I'm thinking it's probably going to be a red. I do love a red, and I'm going to go over my outline just so that I can see it a bit better. And also, you'll have seen this on my other video, I like to create some kind of drips and texture with it. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Find ourselves. I've looked on the highest shelves, in books, in rooms around this place. Where do we find the well, that never-ending well from which we draw our final face? And what if we never fall? What if we never fall down? Can we live a life never knowing that feeling of hitting the ground? Oh, let me run.
So now that I have made my outline, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over my lens tissue. Now, I want this to go on nice and flat. The paint is still wet underneath. That's okay. It's just gonna soak in a little bit. What I then do is I paint through the lens tissue so that I can peel it off later. This is just so that I can create this nice sort of mottled effect, and I can kind of layer it up and not have too much paint go on at once. But I will now just paint from my reference photo and kind of block in different areas. So let's do that.
Another day, give me time just to play with it all. Oh, 'cause I don't know the way. Where do we find our plan, our map of uncharted lands, for which we each set sail to find? Over the shifting sands, leaving it up to chance, we guess, we walk, we wander blind. What if we never stray? What if we never get lost? Can we spend life merely living without giving thought to the cost?
Okay, so now that I have the whole thing started, I've covered like most of it, and I've tried to base it off the colours in the photo. I'm going to peel back this, which is the most exciting part. Here we go. Ooh. And that is the next step of painting. Now, I'm definitely going to need to go in with some detail, but I'm not going to be able to do that till this is all dried. So I think I'm going to have to leave it there for a little while and come back to it later. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to add some finer detail to try and bring the whole image further forward. So I think I'm going to add some more reds because it's not quite as strong as I'd like it to be. And then I think I'm also going to try and bring out some of the details in the cup.
I want to love you, but a dancer stole my heart. I should have known he was a burglar from the start. 'Cause all along he had that dancing walk, the kind that only devils have and sinners stalk. I want to tell you, but a writer took my words. I should have known with him my voice would not be heard. 'Cause all along he tried to start a war, the kind that only writers start and fools fall for. I want to kiss you, but a singer took my lips. He had magic at his icy fingertips. I should have known he'd take a piece of me, and that our consonants would cease to be. Hope for the breaking of past lovers' spells when there's room in my bed for somebody else. But until that day comes, I'm afraid we'll be saying goodbye. Want you, but a young man took my hand. He led me somewhere neither one of us had planned. And now he's nothing but an empty space, a phantom presence on my pillowcase. His breathing wakes me like my window in the breeze. And what with singer, dancer, writer, it's a squeeze. So forgive me please for sounding cruel, but I'm afraid this bed's already full. the kiss that he places on my patient face is the one to break the spell. Then with the breaking of past lovers' spells, there'll be room in my bed for somebody else. But until that day comes, I'm afraid